Finally, a guy in his mid-20s talking about his favorite video games. Okay, here's how this is gonna work. Right now, I have a top 100 games list, and there are 100 games in my top 100 list. Duh, right? Well, every game on that list will get a dedicated video about why I love it so long as it remains on the list, as this YouTube series will end once every game on the list has its own dedicated video at the date of the last video's completion. The best way I can explain this is, if I play a new game and that game gets a spot on the top 100 and boots the then 100th ranked game off of the list, and that booted game already had a video put out for it, awesome, bonus video. But if that game gets booted off of the list before it got a video made for it, then the booted game will not get a video unless it somehow makes it back onto the list, which I should mention is extremely unlikely. However, that new game, and any other new game that makes the list before all 100 games on the list at that point of time have videos, will get a video made on it. Basically, if I take a look at my top 100 list at any point in time, and every game in that list has a video made for it, then the series is over. I'll say when the series is over when the final video is made, so you'll know when it's time. If all of this doesn't make sense yet, then it might make more sense when you see the number next to the game name in the title for its video. These will be updated in real time with my actual list, and if a game has a number of 101 or greater next to it, that means it's officially off the list. All of the videos will be in a playlist that's ordered by rank, probably from top to bottom. I should also mention that in the scenario a game gets booted off of the list while the video for it is in production, I'll most likely just finish the video and put it out. If a game makes the list after this series is over, I may go back and make a video on it, but no promises as my life will likely be very busy by this time. It'd be awesome to though. Also, this rarely happens, but sometimes games will move up and down within the list without a new game having entered the ranking. This will be reflected by the number in the title of the video and its order in the playlist, and the game's original ranking at time of posting will be in the description of the video. Discussing the list itself, these are my top 100 favorite games selected from a pool of games that came to mind when I thought of what my favorites were. They were selected for inclusion and ranked via a team selection method. Basically, I looked at all of the games and said out of all of these, this is the game I want here the most. I also call it the games you bring to a deserted island method. Once a game is selected, it takes the topmost available rank out of 100 and is then removed from the pool of games to add to the list. This was done 100 consecutive times to make the list. These games are not all of the best games ever made, although there is a fair bit of overlap, but instead my 100 favorite games. These are games that I'm very fond of, think very highly of, have good memories of, and, in rare cases, I just have a lot of nostalgia for. I do not consider games for the list that I have not at least rolled the credits for, unless it's a game that you don't really finish, like fighting games or Animal Crossing or something. You'll know them once you see them. Certain non-traditional games, such as Jackbox or video games based on real-world board games, are also ineligible for this list. Also worth mentioning is that a handful of games will be listed in the video title as a singular game, but may be on the list due to my experience with a different version of the game than the one listed. I'll also occasionally include multiple games in one listing as I consider these games to basically be the same game. I'll mention both of these cases where applicable in their respective videos. This list will be kept secret for suspense purposes, but you will be able to know which games are on there before videos for them come out though, through two methods. The first being that at the start of every video, you'll see the games ranked one above and below the game you're watching the video on, mainly so you can gauge how I feel about games in comparison to others. Second is that when I mention a game in a video and put associated footage of it on screen, it will be accompanied by the name of that game and a special visual next to it. If there's a bronze medal, that means that game is an honorable mention or has been considered for inclusion on the top 100 list. Games can and have entered this club after my initial consideration for the list, by the way, as a fun fact. If it has a silver medal, that means it's on the 101 plus list, i.e. games that were once on the list but were booted off by another game, which again, will only receive videos if they got one before being booted or if they make it back onto the list. And lastly, if they have a gold medal, then they are on the top 100 list at the time of that video's upload date and either have or will receive a video so long as they stay on the list. As a self-induced rule and out of fairness to the viewers, I will make mention of games on the list as naturally as they come up in the writing of the script. I won't leave out mentioning a game simply because it's on the list, and I will always add the medal unless I left it out by accident, in which case check for a pinned comment. As you'll see in the first video for Mario Kart World, even if game footage is included for a joke, I will put the game name and medal there. And lastly, of course, if there's no medal and no correction comment, then it's not on any of the lists, which I'm sorry to say will happen for most of your favorite games. Unless I'm super strapped for time, I'll always play the game in the video again before writing the script on it. All footage used in the video will be taken from that playthrough unless stated otherwise on screen, and all borrowed footage will be credited in the description. All background music will be from the game in the video, except maybe in rare cases for bits and such, and all music will be listed with its source in the description. I would also like to include closed captions for every video, but time-wise that may not be feasible. I'll most likely do it for this first video on Mario Kart World because the pronunciation is kinda iffy on that one in places, and I didn't want to redo the voice work on that one again because I just want to put that thing out already. Just know that captions may not always happen, at least not at the time of the initial upload. I'll always be doing my best to improve the quality of my videos though, which you'll notice over time. Patreon! I have opened up a Patreon for this channel, link in the description. If enough people subscribe to it, then I will not have to do a side job that I don't want to do and can do this to pay the bills. Even if that amount of money is not met, I will at least be able to work less at an undesirable job and can spend more time on this, or at least hire an editor or something to make these videos come out faster. All of that is to say, if I get paid to make these videos, you will get more of them faster. These videos take a lot of time, especially when editing and capturing game footage depending on the game, and I wish I could just pump out videos as a fun side thing in the few free hours I have in a day, but that's just not reality. I'd like to get these videos out every 2 weeks, but there's really no promises, especially if I have to work elsewhere and that eats up my time. I can also use the money to get new recording equipment if needed, as my mic and capture card are both a decade old. If I don't get paid to do these, then I will still do them, they'll just come out much slower. I promise that I'll do my best on them, get them out as fast as I reasonably can without majorly sacrificing quality, and to keep you guys updated on video progress. I am open to doing sponsorships, business email in the channel description, which I initially wasn't open to as I wasn't keen on using this fun side project to sell you guys junk, but again, bills and free time, so as a compromise, I'll do sponsorships but only for brands I know to be reputable and would be relevant to the viewers. If I make enough money solely through Patreon, then sponsorships may not even have to happen. I'm going to look into Patreon subscriber tiers and benefits, like maybe doing subscriber streams or a Discord server or something, but that may not end up happening. For now, I will say that please only donate what you're comfortable donating and what you feel is worth it for this kind of thing. I know times are super tough right now, and at the end of the day, these are just gaming videos on the internet, as much effort as I plan on putting into them. Whatever updates happen for the Patreon will be shared there, and updates for the channel in general will probably be done through a community post, as I'm not a big social media guy. If I do get on social media for the purposes of the channel though, I'll make sure you guys know about it. The order of which game from the list I decide to do a video on will almost always be by feel or just what's the best fit for me at that moment, whether if a game has been on my mind which makes the script easier to write, or if I have more or less time, which will lead me to make videos on games that take less time to gather footage for, write the script for, etc. I am open to doing Patreon subscriber votes for the next video, which will be announced there and in videos if I decide to go through with it. Lastly, if I say something offensive or mean sounding, I promise you it's just a joke. If some off the wall weird stuff gets posted to the channel or whatever, then I was hacked, and if comments ever get removed, then it was probably some extremely bad stuff or just spam or whatever. Also, I will not confirm if a game is on the list outside of one of my videos. I will not say yes, this game is on the list, or no, it's not on the list if you ask in the comments. It's just to keep the mystery. But if a game has already been revealed or denied through a video, it's fair game and I may respond to comments about it. Okay, I think that's everything. Please use this as a reference for people who have questions on things that were answered here, including yourself. Feel free to link any commenters to this video if you come across any asking questions, and I hope you enjoy these videos as much as I enjoy making them.